Riverside.
It's the Dynasty front office, and we are building you championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman. I'm here with two of the best friends anyone could ever have, starting with the auspicious Austin Bell. How you doing tonight, Austin?
Oh, man, I'm great. I'm actually one-legged currently. Yeah, I sent my right ankle to transplant to Charlotte for the Lord and Savior Bryce Young. So that way he could play this week and send the Buffalo Bills back home.
Gotcha. I thought something happened to LaMelo.
No. I mean, the Hornets are cool, but I'm not losing my ankle over the Hornets.
No? Okay.
No.
Right on. It's a big matchup on Saturday, Sixers-Hornets.
Is
That's
it?
VJ versus Con Knipple.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's the matchup. I knew you wouldn't make it an episode without bringing up VJ Edgecombe.
I can't. How could you? He's the toast of the NBA.
Is he?
I mean, he scored the most. That's the highest scoring debut since Wilt Chamberlain in 1959. 34 points.
It was. He looked impressive.
Yeah, he did. I'm excited. All right, and Major Mike Casper. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I have no idea what you guys were talking about.
NBA.
It's the round ball, the one that dribbles up and down.
Yeah, I know. The Nuggets play the Warriors tonight, but that's about all I know. So, but I'm great, Jesse. I'm here. We're good.
Awake.
I'm awake. Yeah.
Right on. And my main man, Chad Mendoza, is not here tonight. He's out, did not pass concussion protocol for this episode.
It's true.
We're not going to place him on IR, though. Hopefully we'll have him back next week.
Yes.
So, Mike, why don't you tell everyone where they can find us when we're not podcasting?
Yep. Find us on YouTube and Facebook at Dynasty Front Office, Twitter or X at Front Office FF, Discord, link in the description. We'll be here live every Thursday, followed by the pod release on Fridays. Please like and subscribe. Listener League is active. I'm moving up in the ranks. We have shirts for year one players on the way, so join the Discord, become part of the family. And in this episode, we'll be bringing you the trade banger of the week from Austin, trade or treat, and a little pop culture fun.
Mike, you're not moving up in the ranks in the Listener League fast enough. You could be moving up faster with a point per game master.
I just need to avoid relegation, so that's the goal right now.
No, Mike, I need you to get in there and maybe knock off the other side. I've been trying to help our division this week, and none of you guys want my help.
Our division sucks. It really does.
Yeah, I think the Division 1 has 4 of the top 5 teams in it.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Well, you guys will knock each other off in the playoffs, and
that's fine. Strongest man left. Because I'm going to be at the bottom of it, so it's not going to be me.
I lost Jade, and it's not pretty, so, yeah.
Dallas, Mike, or Dave
It's really
Donald.
Dallas, if we're going to be honest.
I tried to give Mike and Dave Dallas Goedert for a second. I just thought that was magnanimous of me, and neither one of them wants to take it.
I think it was fine, but I just
trying to help you guys.
Like, I don't think it's going to help me that much. It's like not worth it to me. Yeah.
Disagree. I mean, he did have a down week, so it's probably the wrong week.
Yeah, when the offense works, he doesn't work. That's kind of how it works for him.
Yeah. When it doesn't work, he has a great game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am not. He's not in my buys tonight.
Oh. Well, we're just going to move on.
Going into it.
Yeah. This is right on par with not having Chad. We're just kind of going right at it. But this is the trade banger of the week, the one deal that's too good, too bad, or too wild just not to talk about. If you got a trade, should hook us up. Go crazy in the league, send it to us, and it might be next week's trade banger. This week, we have a trade from our man Snoop Jesus. It actually went down with one of us. We'll get to that in a little bit. But it's a banger, and he wanted to share it with us and see what we thought. It's a 12-team Superflex, 0.5 premium. He's contending, said he needed a little bit of depth. So he moved a pretty big piece to do it. But it's a quite interesting one. So I'm just going to get right to it. We have Rome Odunze and George Pickens with a late 27 second, and he gave up DK Metcalf and CeeDee Lamb. So to start, Mike, of the two pieces that Snoop receive, which one's more exciting? Is Rome because of his future impact, or is it Pickens for what he can do now and possibly in the future?
I mean, yeah, it depends what you call exciting. I'm bigger on Rome, I think, for the future, and I think he's shown his potential and kind of what his ceiling can be for the season now. So I like the Rome side of it more, but Pickens, I think even after this season, he might be able to trade it up into a bigger piece, because of all the hype that's been there, and obviously Pickens has been great too. So there's going to be the question of where he goes in free agency. Does he go back? Does he like where he's at? He's producing there, so I don't know why he'd leave. But I'll take the Rome side more for the security, but I think the Pickens hype and kind of trade eligibility makes him almost just as exciting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking when I looked at it. On the other side, we'll skip the big piece first. Jesse, with DK Metcalf, is he the best value in this trade? Are we as Dynasty Managers undervaluing what he's bringing to your starting roster each week?
That's a good question. He's, 28?
Correct.
Yeah, undervalued. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the least value. The second has the least value because it's definitely going to be a late second.
Sure.
Did we say that this was me that made this trade?
We did not, but welcome to the party.
Yeah, we might as well. So I'm the Lamb and DK side. I've always had kind of an affection for DK's. They're using him a little differently than they did in Seattle, which I like. They're using him on slants. They're using him in the red zone. He's scoring touchdowns. Problem is, it's Pittsburgh, so it's not going to be a high volume passing offense. But it's him or the tight ends. So, or Jalen Warren, I guess they're going to throw some dump offs to him. But yeah, if Aaron Rodgers wants to throw a touchdown, he's pretty much looking for DK. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. He's pretty undervalued. They signed him to an extension, so he's going to be there. We just don't know who the quarterback's going to be next year. We do know that it's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. It's a little scary. It's definitely not why I made the trade. But yeah, I would say he's undervalued for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely giving you what you need this year, but you're definitely worried about what the future is, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with the usage, it's pretty enticing. Assuming, I guess would we agree that he's worth a late first? Is that all he's worth? A contender's first?
Yeah, he's producing there, so I don't see why not.
I mean, I'd try to give you a high second and another second, but if you insisted on a first, and I really needed a.
I mean, I think he's averaging 15 a game. I don't think you're going to get.
If I really needed a third or fourth receiver, I think that's solid.
Okay, I feel like that's a pretty good. Because of how he's being used, I like his outlook with Pittsburgh. Obviously, the lack of knowing what the quarterback is a little bit of a question, but we've seen they're not willing to just make a gamble each year. So, I feel like they're going to try to get a competent quarterback. 2 years ago, they tried with Fields. It obviously didn't work. They made a splash, got Russ. It also didn't really work. But, at least they're attempting this, and they're not going to draft high enough to take a guy early. So, this could be a Kirk Cousins landing spot this offseason.
Or Kyler.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to get really flashy, yeah.
That's something that Arthur Smith knows how to use.
I was going to say Mac Jones, but maybe I think he's on a 2-year deal in San Francisco. So,
and that's a different coaching tree. I think Mac Jones has seen the light in the Shanahan tree and is probably going to go to one of those coaches.
That's where he should go.
Yeah, that's where he should. But
yeah.
Okay.
And I guess the last main question of this is the CeeDee Lamb, the biggest piece in the trade. After this crazy 1 week, is he back at his top 3 dynasty receiver?
Yes. I mean,
hold on.
So the one that I was thinking of, and as much as it hurts me to say this because all the shade I threw preseason, but I mean, can we talk JSN as a top 3 guy now?
Yeah, that's you didn't have that in the show sheet, Austin.
You're correct.
Conspicuous by its absence is the wide receiver 1.
Well, actually, I went off of Keep Trade Cuts top guys, and he wasn't in that list.
Yeah,
so
I'm thinking like
this isn't my fault this time.
I'm thinking Puka Chase, JSN, JJ, so Lamb. I think it's really close. So I really don't know how I'm going to do the order this offseason.
Yeah,
but,
well, we get to figure it out this week. Actually,
yeah, we did.
Tease for next week's episode. We figure it out this week.
ARSB is there too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
so I mean, he might be my wide receiver 1.
I think they're all going to be same tier for me. But yeah, he's just got to be in the top tier. Where he's at in there, I don't really know right now, but he's definitely in that tier. We'll say top 5 for sure.
Okay.
So it's amazing. And if you throw neighbors in there as well, that's 7 tier 1 wide receivers.
Yeah. Feel great about all of them being your wide receiver 1 on your.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's not one of those guys. I mean, they all have their, there's things that you can say about all of them, quarterback problems or whatever, but I don't care about it. I'll take any of them as my wide receiver 1, like you said.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's all we got. Which side, Jesse, which side did you prefer of the trade?
Lamb.
Mike.
Yeah, as a contender, definitely the Lamb DK side. It's given him the most punch, and I hated it for, the first place undefeated team that's trying to repeat. So, yeah, I'll take it. Win now.
Yeah, as the second place team. Yeah, it felt really good. Like I said, well, all right. So I will go over a little bit of why I made this trade, because I don't think it's a slam dunk. I definitely had to think about it for a little bit. I gave up a lot of value. I love Rome.
Hey, sir, you're third. I just wanted to make sure. I'm second. Get it right.
Oh, look at points, though.
That doesn't matter.
You're not close to me in points, so I am the second best team.
Well, you're third in place. Sorry.
Okay, I'm second best team. So, look at my points against in that league are crazy. Look at it.
I see third place. That's what I see.
200 points higher than
we play against the median, Jesse. Stop your excuses.
Yeah.
So no excuses. I'll be there with a bye at the end of the year. Michael, who's the only other person to win a championship in that league besides you?
I mean, a couple guys did before you guys got there, I think so.
Not me.
I didn't win it for a while.
Beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
So won it, but
it's a team that I rebuilt and I handcrafted, and there are a lot of elite pieces on that team. I don't want to go through the whole roster or anything, but just suffice to say that I have depth, right? And I have elite pieces, and just adding another elite piece in Lamb just made so much sense to me, where I don't have to worry about, am I starting Pickens or Rome? I'm starting Lamb, and when it comes to playoff time, I think that means a lot. You don't have to worry about your matchups. You don't have to worry about who's in your lineup. It's, absolutely, this is your wide receiver 1. Pair him with JSN, and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a great trade as a contender, and I really like the upside it gives for Snoop as well. As Mike said, I think Pickens could be a huge boom guy the rest of this year, and if he stays in Dallas, he's just going to gain value more.
When we were talking about this trade, Snoop and I believe his name's Tate, by the way. So he and I were talking about the trade, and he said this league is a little too top heavy. And hopefully he was trying, I don't know, he traded an elite piece to one of the top teams. So I'm not sure how that makes it less top heavy, but I guess he's just trying to add a little more depth.
Well, I think he's hoping Rome becomes that elite piece. Gotcha. And Pickens can also jump considerably above Metcalf.
Yeah, absolutely could happen next year.
Yeah.
I mean, he could actually finish above Metcalf this year for sure.
Oh, Pickens is going to.
Well, I mean, rest of season.
Me too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it works with him as, the clear cut number 2.
Hey, I just wanted to show you what third place looks like.
Oh my.
That's me beating you, in case you was wondering.
Oh my. Okay, Austin.
I thought so.
We'll
my team's not as good as yours, but I'm going to enjoy it.
We'll see what happens when it matters.
I'm going to enjoy it where I can.
Right on. All right. So that's it for Trade Banger?
Yep, that is all.
All right. Send your trade bangers into Chad or or email at dynfoofficial.official@gmail.com in the show notes. All right, y'all, this segment is called Trade or Treat. So it's pretty simple. We're going to give you our buys and sells, and we're going to compare them to a candy bar, whether it's one of our favorite candy bars or one that we'll throw out the window. That's how I did it with my sells anyway. My buys, they're not necessarily guys that I... Anyway, Michael, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I was going to say none of these might make sense, but we'll see how it goes. So my first buy was Travion Henderson, and I compared him to a Tootsie Pop because, how many licks does it take to get to the center? So how long is it going to take until we actually get some good fantasy production from Travion Henderson? So I know you were highest on him, Austin, and I think you got him in your buys as well. What do you think about? What do you think about Travion? Is there going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, late season surge? Because, I mean, you can't say that the Patriots offense is looking pretty good and doing pretty well. It's just doing it without the help of, Travion.
I mean, as someone who believes in the player, of course I want to say yes. There's going to be some time in the season we see who we thought he was when it comes this year. That being said, it's Mike Vrabel. And I don't know. I mean, just listening to him every week, I have zero faith that he's going to put Travion in a position to succeed. So, I mean, he defends Ramondre Stevenson every fumble like it's his own kid. And Travion, it's like that one kid on the team that nobody likes. And like Vrabel's the king of that club. So honestly, I have no idea. I mean, they're talking up a running back I've literally never heard of to get more touches this week and not Travion. So realistically, I have no idea. But he is a buy for me because if anybody's scared, like if I could move Bill Krosky-Merritt for him, that's a move I'm making every time. And I think it's something that people might be getting scared. Like you could at least fish out.
We're here to give advice, though, so don't do that.
Yeah.
Do not give up Travion Henderson for...
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah,
no. Of course not. Of course not.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why I said do it the other way.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, if you can give up Bill for Travion, I would do that in a heartbeat. Yeah, he's absolutely a buy.
I don't think anybody's selling him, though. I've fished for him.
Even a high second, I don't think it's a dumb.
Yeah.
No. I mean, a contender's first wouldn't get it done either. People spend a high pick on him.
Yeah.
I had somebody fishing around another guy that I'll bring him up in a little bit that I spent a high pick on, and I just like flat out said, no, I'm sorry. I'm not trading him for what he's worth right now because I'm waiting for the breakout, waiting for the full breakout.
That's fair.
I mean, I will say this about Travion though. I'm past the point where I feel like I have to get him into my lineup because
I've benched him everywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't start him anymore.
I mean, he got 2 touches last week.
Yeah,
it's awful.
I mean, there's
in a blowout.
Yeah,
there's a lineup where I have him in this week, but that's because it's and millions of injuries and whatever. But that's just fingers crossed.
I did see the team wished him a happy birthday, so at least they know he's on the roster.
They know he exists.
Yeah, like that's a good sign. Somebody
bye?
tagged Mike Vrabel and said, "Hey, this guy's on your team. You should use him."
When's their bye?
I think it's like 10 or 11.
Ooh, that's too late.
I mean, not really. All we really need to see is him succeed at some point this season, and his dynasty value bumps right back up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's 14.
14.
So it's the last week. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, I mean, the hope would be, realistically, as a Travion manager, the hope would be that Ramondre keeps fumbling and they have to make a change. That's really the only way I see Vrabel going away from Ramondre anytime soon.
He's actually been good this year.
He's been average. He finally had a good game last week, but he's been better than he was last year because he was one of the worst running backs in the league last year.
Yeah. All right. Austin, who you got?
My first buy is Sam Darnold. and have them Sour Patch Kids. Because, when you started with them, it was not good. But, the more you eat them, the sweeter they get to you. And right now, man, he's looking pretty sweet. Number 1 in EPA through 7 games. It just looks efficient as can be. It looks like he learned from the QB guru, Kevin O'Connell, and it's able to translate to another system, which I know I was a big negative guy because I didn't know if it would translate. So seeing it does is a great sign. And really all he has to work with is JSN. So if he can get another weapon, all that should help him tremendously. And like I said, man, he's looked good. I mean, he's always had the intangibles. It was just in between the ears, and that seemed to have clicked.
It's a Kubiak offense, so it is the Shanahan offense.
I mean, sure, but it's to completely different. I was reading about it this week is the only reason I know.
Okay.
It's from technically the tree. Correct, but they use a lot of different base packages in it. But still, either way, he's succeeding. I'm happy. The O-line is doing enough to keep him up. So, it's a good sign. And I still think he's only worth a first, which is a screaming buy to me.
He's my first buy as well. I disagree that he's worth a first, but we'll get back to that in a second. He's my first buy as well, and I had Nerds gummy clusters.
I love those. Those are my daughter's favorite.
They're so good. So I was a kid when Nerds first came out, and they were huge, right? Like what kind of Nerds you had and what flavors on each side of the box you had in your backpack. That was like a status thing as a kid. Right. So it's seriously like what kind of, you guys don't know what Trapper Keepers are, but what kind of Trapper?
I know what that is, Jesse.
Okay.
Jeez.
And what kind of Nerds you had in your backpack. Those were important. And what kind of backpack you had, obviously. Those are important things. And then Nerds just kind of fell out of fashion for a while. Kind of like Sam Darnold was a thing in college. High draft pick, and then just kind of fell out of fashion for a while, and then was reinvented. Came back as a new product. Nerds gummy clusters are delicious. I buy a pack every once in a while while I'm in the store. Just eat them in the car, so my wife doesn't know anything about it.
Just hide them in the side panel.
She downloads but does not listen to the podcast. But yeah, I just traded for Darnold, so I can tell you that it's a first and a second.
I mean, that's because you're who you were trading with.
You're
trading with Chad, so Chad's going to be a stickler on pricing. I think a lot of places it's a first and a dart throw piece. So to me, that's a first at that point. You're not the first person to tell me I overpaid. Keep Trade Cut had it as like slightly less than a first. Yeah, that's what I was looking at when I brought up a first.
I disagreed with that, and I thought that if I sent a first, I had no shot in. And the team that I traded with is a contender. So to get a contender to move off of Sam Darnold, it takes a second as well as a first.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's for sure. Obviously, it makes everything league dependent. But, yeah, I mean, they have him at QB 24 still. Now, he's working up. So I would say after this weekend, he probably jumps Lawrence and possibly Kyler if Kyler doesn't play, J.J. McCarthy, and maybe even Penix.
For what he's producing, that's kind of wild to me. I feel like if I can get him for a first, I'd do that all day.
Yeah. I just don't think that that's realistic and that anybody's actually going to trade him for that. And Chad and I did not negotiate this deal. I just sent him a first and a second, and he took it. He did have a concussion.
That is true. We found that out about 10 minutes after he accepted the deal. So
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I didn't like take advantage of him or anything, so I guess I don't feel bad.
You didn't knowingly take advantage.
No, but
you would have if you did.
If I clear cut won the trade, I still wouldn't reverse it.
Well, of course not. You're an Eagles fan. We know this.
You weren't even alive for the Bounty Bowl.
That's probably was it in black and white?
No, but I mean, just
smaller screens with tube screens.
You just look up Sean Payton's history if you want to know. It's kind of similar.
If it was involving, okay, I was about to say, I know all about Sean Payton. Don't you worry.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I didn't bring him up this time, Mike. Speaking of Mike, what you got next?
Yeah, right. I was going to ask you guys where you're going to have Darnold ranked.
I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but
would you have him above like Goff?
no,
Purdy?
no.
I'd have him above both of those guys. Why not?
Well, Purdy's tied to a $200 and some million contract with one of the best offensive gurus in the league. Is younger, and
the contract.
Kubiak
I was thinking
a
about
head
the
coaching
contract
offer
too.
at the end of this year if he keeps it up.
Was that
which I worry about. But
is Darnold on a 1-year deal?
3-year, $100 million.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Basically the Baker deal the first time. The way it's structured, because it's a 2+1, so it's really just a 2-year deal.
All right.
But no, Goff's just too consistent. It's an elite offense. There's just he is the number one QB2 in Dynasty for me. Like my ideal option for my second quarterback.
Yep.
Darnold's right there for me.
I would prefer Daniel Jones.
Oh boy,
that's true.
All right, he's a myself. All right,
this will be fun.
Should I give you a sell?
Sure, if you want.
Danny Diamonds. Danny Diamonds is good and plenty. So if you've ever had good and plenty, they look delicious.
Sounds like a show.
They're like pink and white little nuggets of candy sugar deliciousness. At least that's what they look like. They sound, yeah, but then you bite into them and they're black licorice, and I just can't stomach it. Kind of like Danny Diamonds. They tried to trade for Danny Diamonds early in the week with you, Austin.
You did.
You asked an outrageous price.
Not really.
Outrageous. It was outrageous. It was just not even. But I couldn't stomach it, and I wouldn't have even paid that for Darnold. I told you there are other quarterbacks I would rather have for a first. I don't know who they are, but Darnold is one of them for sure. But no, I couldn't. I can't trade a first for Danny Diamonds because
I'd give up a first immediately for him.
He's the 11th overall scorer in fantasy. He's QB5.
When is he going to turn back into a pumpkin?
We said the same thing about Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. So until he does, we can't just assume that.
I mean, that's true.
Or 7.
But he's a different person in a different situation, but they're both of those guys. So we can't say it won't happen.
But we actually saw a really good season from Daniel Jones previously in a terrible organization. We never saw anything good from Sam Darnold, ever. We did see one good season from Baker. His season, he took him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, to me, they're all really similar. It's just we don't know his mental makeup, because we don't know the person. But from what we do know, those are really 3 really similar situations. So to me, until you see the failure, you have to assume it could be one of those. I mean, we don't really see many guys go this good for 7 weeks. And just fall off.
Nobody on that offense is really going anywhere anytime soon. Like Jonathan Taylor just re-signed. Pittman. I don't think Pittman's going to leave anytime soon.
I think he has 2 more years.
Yeah, so
Pittman, I think they have an out after this year.
But they're not going to use it if they don't.
They're not going to use it. Yeah,
good.
I feel like he's playing more than probably what he's worth. Offensive line is great.
Downs will be there. Pierce is a free agent.
Yeah, Pierce is gone.
Yeah, that's
fine. AD.
That's fine.
Yeah,
and Tyler Warren.
Just got there. So it's like, man, tied to a bunch of offensive skill guys with a good offensive play caller that we've seen because he hasn't had a bad week for fantasy.
He's had weeks, right, for fantasy. He's had weeks where he was not great as a quarterback.
Sure.
He looked like
everyone does.
Yeah. Bo Nix did last week, and he scored 40 points, right?
Yeah.
So,
Jackson Dart, the same thing.
We talked the game of fantasy,
great,
right? Yeah.
Scored 30-some points.
It's fantasy, right? So
Dart actually did look great until
in splashes.
Yeah.
So to me, I'll tell you, I'll say what I offered. The third was greedy, but I'll say ignore that. I offered your 27 first and Brenton Strange
in a 2 tight end league with a 1.0 premium,
where you start 2 quarterbacks.
Extremely important though on the Brenton Strange thing.
I mean, Brenton Strange is worth a mid second in that league.
No, early second and something.
You're not selling them for that as the Brenton Strange truther. you're not getting that for
I'm
him.
not even selling him, but no, right now you're not getting that because he's been hurt.
So a future first and a second is what I offered. I thought that was reasonable, and because you're going to have to cut a guy anyway. I saw you had one more person you can move to IR.
And a third.
The third was me being greedy. I was hoping you were going to take the third off. That was the hope.
No, I took the third and spent it on the
Andy
Polish
Dalton,
rifle.
who may not even start this week.
Well, I have Bryce.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I have.
It works for you either way. But
that's kind of why I did that particular scrub quarterback.
But yeah, that was the offer. That's kind of, you needed a top guy. You don't have a top quarterback. So that's kind of where I was at. I don't need, somebody's going to come fishing for him because he's been so good.
I was prepared to pay a series of seconds, and so that's not happening. It's not happening in that league because, as we discussed last week, I already traded him to you last year for a third.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not happening.
Yeah,
so,
that's okay. Somebody
call me
will come
stubborn, call me whatever you want. I'm just not doing it. Mike, would you have made my position?
I would absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
As a legitimate contender, which I think you are, but like,
yeah, and you had multiple other.
I'm a contender. I'm a contender because I have stud quarterbacks. Like my wide receiver court is crap, but I've got great running backs and great quarterbacks, and they carry my team.
I have great wide receivers and tight ends, and they carry my team. I've always struggled at quarterback and running back in this league, and always will. But my hope is that something shakes loose later in the season for a better price. Somebody falls out of contention and makes a mistake.
I mean, it's a 10-team league, so not that many people can fall out of contention.
That is the thing.
Still my hope.
That's right.
Either that or Bryce Young catches fire like he did last year.
Me too. I hope that as well.
After watching Andy Dalton steal his job, try to steal his job.
Andy Dalton this week said, I'm super excited the opportunity for a chance to play. He said, but I also really hope Bryce is healthy and can play. And I was like, that's not what I'm trying to hear for the guy that may be starting for me this week for my team. I was like, okay.
All right, Mike, who's your sell?
Sell. So I'll be the decisive one there. I'm going to say AJ Brown, and I compared him to candy corn because it divides households just like it divides this podcast whenever we talk about AJ Brown. But
candy corn, it's going to divide the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely, right. So I mean, it's just been up and down, the drama, the posting, the tweeting, but big games and no games. And, I don't know. I feel like if someone's bought in, if someone like Jesse, still values him as an elite guy, super high, it might just be time to move on. I almost don't. Yeah, I mean, I've said this a lot about teams. I just don't like dealing with drama. And I know AJ Brown's a good player. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I hope it doesn't go the route of Antonio Brown or something like that. But it's just getting a little weird. It's getting a little too weird for me. So I'm sure Jesse will have a lot to say about that. But I think he's a sell for me.
Before Jesse goes,
someone about him.
Even after the game where he had 2 touchdowns and 120 some yards, he just looked mad. Like he did not look happy.
Good.
I mean, sure, but it depends on if it's good in the locker room or not. It just like everybody else was all cheering and happy, and he just looked like he was mad. He only got 4 targets.
It's like the most miserable person I've ever seen on a 6-1 team, or 6-2, 5-2, or whatever it is.
He's clearly got mental health issues.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It all comes. It all comes to me. It all comes down to after the Super Bowl. He, like a couple weeks later, in an interview, said he just wasn't happy. Like he didn't. It was a huge letdown, and it wasn't. He didn't get the feeling the satisfaction from it that he wanted.
I don't know what else you're gonna get then.
Right?
Like, what's he need? Offensive Player of the Year, like Super Bowl MVP. I mean, how much higher can he go?
I don't even think it's like the individual accolades. I just don't think it's in him to be a happy person.
Yeah, no. Some people have that.
I mean, that's to me, like that's the kind of mentality of someone that could just retire. Who knows when? And that's for someone that's still producing occasionally on the elite level. Like, I'll sell it if I can. If someone's buying it, I'll sell it.
I can tell you that it's my firm belief that he's not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree
I'm
with
sure.
that.
I mean,
Totally.
not just this year. He'll be here next year too. Not just this year. He'll be here next year too. After that, I can't tell you, but I just can't see Howie moving on from him.
Yeah,
They'll
I
work it
agree.
out. And he and Hurts are such good friends that they'll work it out. Although something may have happened. Did he like run over his dog or sleep with his wife or something?
What?
Who is that? It just seems like there's a little bit of a rift in the friendship. I don't know. Who's the guy that hooked up with LeBron's mom?
I don't know.
It's a real thing. One of his teammates, when he was on the Cavs the first time, literally hooked up with his mom, and that guy got blackballed, like cut from the Cavs, went around for long after that. Definitely couldn't play with LeBron anymore.
Oh, Delonte West.
Delonte West, that's right. That's right. You didn't hear much about Delonte West after that.
That was wild.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. All right. So if we're selling
Yeah, it's
AJ Brown,
yeah.
I mean, that's the problem I have with that is what do you got?
Are you selling for a first?
Yeah,
But-
I would.
If
I was in a
I feel like
position-
he's more than a single first.
I don't think he's much more.
No?
Uh,
Well, I mean, we just said Metcalf was like a first. Is he really below Metcalf?
It's true. I mean,
I think they're pretty similar.
Hmm.
They're five
would
spots
much rather-
apart in keep trade cut.
I would much rather have AJ Brown.
Me too.
That's good perspective. So what, a first and a second for
Yeah, I
AJ?
think that's his
I would
price,
think
is
a first and a second. Yeah, that's what I would take that.
I would definitely take that if I was not contending and wanted, and if you're not contending, he's absolutely should be sold off your roster.
What if you're trading up to someone? Maybe like a contender has like a Puka or a Chase, or a non-contender has a Puka or a Chase because that's all they have on their roster. Like, what
He's
can you
not really
add to
considered.
AJ Brown?
It's going to be an
Anything.
overpay to get any of those guys on a non-contenders team.
Pickens. It's going to be a really good hot name.
Yeah. Like more than you're going to want probably. Like I was thinking even as high up as like Rashee Rice to get up to that big boy name.
Ooh,
Sounds about right.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to do that
Because AJ Brown doesn't entice a non-contender at all. He's going to be a hard sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so really it's the other piece that's going to be the enticing piece.
You have to find somebody that thinks they can flip him to a
Correct.
different contender.
Or believes that it will get better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good luck with an Eagles fan, though, because we're all very negative.
I know that's right.
people. There is a term, Negadelphians.
You said it.
I mean, it describes a large portion of the fan base, and I don't.
I think
don't
that's
like
most
them.
fan bases, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm just looking in the league where I'd like to move him. Last place team has CMC. You think I can get CMC for AJ Brown?
I would rather buy CMC than AJ Brown if that's what you're asking me.
What's
Could
the
you-
situation, though? I guess somebody needs a running back and somebody needs a wide receiver.
Well, I mean, he's in last place, so he
He's
doesn't
in
need
last
either
place,
one of
so it
those.
doesn't matter. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I think CMC is going to be an easier name to move. So, I mean, you could try it. I think their values are similar.
okay. I just wanted to make sure that
would-
didn't sound real.
I would not trade away CMC for AJ Brown. Just the production alone this year.
Correct.
Also, like, all right, if you're worried about CMC may get hurt or whatever, AJ Brown is hurt and hasn't practiced this week.
Yeah, of course.
AJ Brown for Saquon?
That name's coming up. That's a
I mean,
Maybe that can lead into you talking about him, Austin.
that's fine. We can go to that.
yeah,
He's actually a buy for me, and I have him as a Reese cup, and it's because it's one of my favorite. And even if it may not be the hottest or the best name, and sometimes it's not hitting as good as like a Reese egg. Anytime you eat a Reese cup, it's good, and that's how I feel about Saquon. Right now it may not be good. To be honest, it's bad. He's averaging 3.3 yards per carry on the season. Yards per carry is whatever for context, sure, but that's not good for who Saquon is. But I think he's gonna produce. He's gonna be in Philly next year. He's not old enough to where we see a significant value drop outside of injury. And even if we do, just like we saw CMC, and if he goes back to playing some form of his play, it's going to go back up.
Like
so
Derrick
to me,
Henry.
as a contender, yeah, he's a perfect example of what Saquon can be for another 3 or 4 years. He is that type of player. So for me, as a contender, Saquon's a great buy right now. If you can send your contenders first in like a Woody Marks, something like that, I'm buying him every time because one, it's a stable running back that you can put in your flex, or if you have to put in your RB2, you're going to feel good about it. His price is deflated considerably from the offseason when I said he was a massive sell. So now he's a buy for me. So in terms of flip, it's basically, I think he's a little bit above a first. And for me, that's a buy for the type of player he is.
All right, Mike, you're going to go next, but I just real quick, would you give up Travion for him?
No.
Okay. Mike.
My next player?
No, what do you think?
No, I want you to talk about Saquon because I have to go last because I'm going to go forever. You guys keep bringing up Eagles.
I guess, Jesse, in a short answer, is that Eagles line getting healthier?
Our center just went out, so it did, and then it got hurt again. And the backup center was a real problem.
I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably the lowest Saquon Barkley is going to be.
Exactly my point.
Oh, pretty much until the end of the year, if this continues. So I don't think you can get much lower. So if you can buy him right now, absolutely. Like he's worth the contenders first at least. I'm trying to think of if there's any like another throw-in piece maybe, but I'm not sure he's worth much more with what he's producing. I also just haven't seen him on a lot of rebuilders. Is the problem. So
yeah,
he's on a lot of people that won last year or got close to it last year. So
I wouldn't sell him for
here and far between.
Would you move JJ McCarthy for him?
Yes.
Yeah, so McCarthy's
absolutely.
Like my QB5 on a roster.
Absolutely. If you're a contender, absolutely.
So
McCarthy's scares crap out of me. Like look at Wentz tonight. He's wincing in pain. His non-throwing shoulder's all jacked up, and McCarthy's still the QB3. So like I don't know, something weird's going on there, in my opinion. So I'm worried to crap about McCarthy.
He stinks, and they can't just come out and bench him. So they're playing games.
Yeah,
they don't want to blow up his confidence in the room and the organization and the GM and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's hear your spiel, Jesse, about Saquon.
Okay, well, my take is that it's less about the line than it is about the play calling. And I know I've been yelling about this all season, but I have some specifics. So, like, specifically, we're tipping our plays. It's pretty simple to understand that they know when we're going to run. But by the way, the defensive line and the linebackers crash every time he gets the ball. I mean, it's happening before he gets the ball, so they know that he's about to get the ball. So what happened last week that gives me really a lot of hope was the dagger, right? The dagger part 2, when that long, what was a 79-yard touchdown to Devontae Smith, that was under center, turn your back to the defense, play action, throw it over the top. If they want to crash the line and key on the running back, that's what you have to do. So they did it a couple other times in the game. If Hurts is famously not comfortable run and play action, but they have to do it. And I think they understand that they have to do it. If they don't do that, then they have to at least run RPO. I don't understand why they're not running RPO. It makes zero sense to me when you have a running quarterback, Saquon, and just an absolute monster that you can throw slants to in AJ Brown. Why are you not? That 3-way combination there is so hard to beat. Just run that 10 plays a game, and it's a large part of your offense. Anyway, I have a little hope that the offensive coordinator is starting to figure it out. If not, hopefully he just, I don't know, we take him out of there and get somebody else that can figure it out. I don't know, but I doubt highly that Kevin Patullo will be the OC next year. The way it's going right now, we're going to lose in the playoffs, and he'll get fired.
So are you buying?
Yes. Yeah, at those prices, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just, even if it's not for this year, and even if I'm a contender, I'm doing it so I have Saquon next year.
That's kind of where I'm at. If I'm a contender, it's not even necessarily about this year, though it could be because it absolutely could see him pop, but it's just as much for next year.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Cool.
Right.
Mike?
Want another buy?
Yeah.
I don't get to throw mine out.
No. I'm
Oh.
just kidding. Go ahead, Jesse.
I have Jalen Warren. So Jalen Warren is a buy for me, and he's a Baby Ruth. So Baby Ruth is essentially a knockoff of Snickers. Snickers is a goat candy bar. It's the same ingredients. It's nougat, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate. But Baby Ruth just puts it together in such an unappealing way. But it's the same ingredients. It's just a knockoff version, which is what Jalen Warren is. He's a knockoff version of a good running back. So if I can get a knockoff version of a good running back for a second, which I think should get it done, maybe you have to throw in a third. That's a buy for me.
I think you do, especially after last week. But still, that's a fine price as a contender.
Second and a third, I think gets it done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
I'm just worried about after this year. I don't know.
They re-signed him. They re-signed him to a 3-year deal.
Gosh, that's all. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I'm like, hey, it's doing okay. Timeshare, right? Caleb Johnson.
Are you worried about
anything? No.
Caleb Johnson?
No, I just don't think he has anything special, and so like that.
Right.
That works, especially if a less talented quarterback, I feel like comes in than Aaron Rodgers. That I don't know. That offense could be really gross next year.
How often do you get a special running back in the second round? Remember the guys that were going in the second round last year? Blake Corum, Jalen Wright. There was another one, Ray Davis. He was more of a third, but
I was going to say those guys mostly thirds.
They were the second round running backs, or they were the second tier running backs last year.
Oh, like in the rookie draft. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I thought you meant the real draft. I
thought you meant real draft too. That's why I was confused.
I don't think any of those are second rounders.
No, in rookie drafts they were mid to second round, mid to late second round. Ray Davis is more of a third.
Yeah.
Like how often do you get a special running back in the second round? So if I'm giving up a second rounder for a guy that's useful, I can plug in as my RB2 or flex.
Yeah.
Man,
no, you're right.
It's a good.
You convinced me. There you go. You got me.
Nice. All right, you're by, Mike.
Mine might be kind of obvious, but I'm gonna say Brock Bowers. And I put black licorice just because he's on the Raiders, so black, and because it tastes like crap, which is the entire Raiders organization right now. It's almost like the Saquon argument. Is I don't know if Bowers gets any lower than this. I mean, it certainly could, I guess, by the end of the year because of how bad it looks there. But with the injury hampering him and with him just not doing anything, I'm sure he's on a lot of contenders. And if you can give better, tight end production, like, gosh, I don't know, like Gadsden in 2 firsts, or
that was going to be my exact question to you.
I was going to say Ferguson in a first.
No, that doesn't touch for Bowers.
Well,
if Ferguson's producing, like it might. I feel like it might get it done
for production. I mean,
yeah.
What's it take to get from Laporta to Bowers?
Early first.
Early first.
Early to mid.
I mean,
non-contenders. I think Gadsden in 2 first was it was literally what I was going to ask you. Would you pay that?
I would pay that. I would pay that.
I would not. I'm going to tell you why later, but I would not pay that.
I mean, at least in a 0.75 or above. 1.5, probably not, but 7.5 is always a little different for me, I think. Gadsden's killing it again tonight, so.
Yeah.
Okay. But, I mean,
you're going to be schooled, Jesse. Careful. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
You're not going to get anyone. That offense has shown that they are on a week-to-week basis. They're
except for he's 3 weeks in a row dominating.
Okay. So Quentin Johnson was 3 weeks in a row too. And where's he tonight?
He's gonna. This is the
He's
Quentin
hobbled.
Johnston problem.
Yeah, this is the Chargers offense problem is you're not going to know who's getting the ball from week to week. They have too many weapons now.
So I guess I'm gonna do another buy since this
Go.
is
Do it.
Aronde Gadsden. Buy him at whatever it costs. He's a Reese Oreo cup. Have y'all seen those yet?
I have seen it. I
It
had
is
it in my
phenomenal.
hand.
It's the new
I didn't
hot
buy it.
thing.
Oh, I need
It is
to try
phenomenal, and it is worth whatever it costs.
Does it
And
have peanut
that's-
butter in it?
Yes,
Okay.
it is phenomenal. Like it's
I gotta try
amazing.
that.
Can you say Reese's though?
Reese's.
Okay, good.
Reese's?
Yeah,
Reese's?
No, he says
Reese's?
Reese.
I
He
say
says
Reese.
Reese.
Yeah,
Reese.
yeah, that's what I say.
It's a good. Again, my wife does not listen to the podcast. That's like a peeve of hers. She points.
You
it
could
out
call
whenever.
me and I could say it to her if you wanted.
If we're in a bad enough fight, I might.
All right, I'll answer.
If you ever see your
Just
phone
get a
ring,
voice. Just get a voice recording on your phone of Austin saying that.
I'll do it for you
nice.
because I won't have to deal with it. So I'll just hang up and then you get to deal with it.
I just don't want you to get out over your skis for Gadsden. What are you paying for him?
A first.
Oof, that's a mistake.
No, it's not.
That's a mistake.
Played wide receiver in college.
Uh-huh.
Went to tight end. Literally, absolutely dominated his junior year when he had an actual quarterback. Didn't have one and got injured his senior year.
Is
And he's
Johnston
doing
a
it
sell
already.
right? Is Johnston a sell right now then?
He is in my sell list.
Like a sell. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're correct. He is because
I feel
of
like he
Gadsden.
has to be if you're.
Yes,
with,
because of
saying-
Gadsden, he is.
because
So
Gadsden.
Gadsden is not a buy because you can't buy him.
Well,
If you have to pay-
this is my. I agree
think
with that.
almost anyone would take a first for him.
If you have to pay a first, it's a mistake. If you pay a first for him, it's a mistake.
I don't agree. I think he's going to be a top 6 tight end by the end of the year in Dynasty.
Sounds like a side bet.
That's fine.
Mm.
I don't know what we're betting. I mean, you don't have
I like
any
it.
leverage. All I did was make a statement. You're
Get
like,
a
I don't
Reese's,
agree. That's not a bet.
get a Reese's Oreo cup.
Well, that's not a bet. He just doesn't agree with me.
No, I want to make a bet.
Okay.
How
How about one of those 151 booster bundles right
No.
I was like, I can't afford that.
It's $100 box. I was gonna say like a case of those or Reese's Oreo Johns.
Would you rather have Harold Fanning or Gadsden?
there?
Gadsden.
Because you know whose quarterback is.
Yeah, exactly. Fanning's on the Browns. But I
I'd love Fanning on the Chargers.
right. And they are entirely different players.
Mason Taylor or Gadsden?
Mason Taylor.
There's your
I
bet.
knew it. Oh,
Who
my
will be the
gosh.
highest dynasty? Who will be the
No,
higher
'cause
dynasty tight end?
No, not for this year because I don't think Mason Taylor's going to finish higher than him this year. But this is Dynasty.
Well, I said
But
dynasty.
you just
who'll be
said
the
you'd
highest?
rather have Mason Taylor.
In Dynasty, yes, but I don't think he's going to finish higher this year.
So in dynasty, Gadsden's going to be worth more, but you would still prefer Mason Taylor.
Correct. I think he's a better player, and then once the Jets get a quarterback
So in a startup, you'd
coach.
take Taylor over Gadsden.
and remove the curse, I guess they need an exorcist.
So you need
And a new
Gadsden, is what
owner.
you're saying.
So maybe Gadsden.
Yeah,
But I do
only
think
got someone
Mason Taylor's
Gadsden.
a better player. It just
I like Mason Taylor a lot.
he's just on the Jets.
I'm just kind of trying to prove my point that
Yeah.
this guy's. I think he's
I mean,
the real deal with a quarterback that will target him heavily.
You
so
said the
get him
wrong-
if you can.
You said the wrong guy. If you remember, I had Mason Taylor like neck and neck with Colson Loveland.
Well,
And
I
then-
wanted to say Loveland, but I've already been really spicy, so I didn't want to go any hotter.
I'll take Loveland.
I mean, we can do that for Dynasty as well if you want this year, because Gadsden's
No, I mean,
absolutely going to jump him.
You're playing redraft. I'm playing Dynasty. So
I said Dynasty at the end of the year. I mean, I'm not saying who's going to
What do you
score
mean
more.
Dynasty at the end? You mean Dynasty value at the end of the
Yes,
year? No,
yes, that's
because that's going to
what-
be based on their numbers. But I mean, for long term Dynasty, I'd rather have Mason Taylor or Colson Loveland.
Long-term
I-
dynasty. So
I
what do we
rest my
say? Like
case.
a 3-year production window? Now? Is
Values-
that what we're saying?
Yeah, that's how we play Dynasty in that three-year windows.
I rest my case. Go buy
my
Gadsden for what you
I'm
can while you can.
Hey, Gadsden for a first. That's outrageous. All right, I'm gonna throw one out. I have Cam Scatterbo as a sell,
Me too.
and he is a butterfinger. Not only because of the fumble 6, but it's something that you bite into it and it hits you hard and gets stuck in your teeth.
That's hilarious. I picked Now and Later
that
for
is
the
pretty
exact
good.
same reason.
Now and Later.
Yeah, for the exact same reason. Because the first bite, it's pretty good, but by the end of it, it's stuck in your teeth and you're sick of it.
The reason I have him as a sell is pretty much that trade you brought up last week. Austin, I can't get it out of my head. You got Jonathan Taylor for Scatterbo and a first. I just don't see him ever being close to the back that JT is.
Yeah. He's not going to be that kind of, you hope the production is in the range, but he's not ever going to be that talented.
No. And honestly, Tracy is starting to work his way back in.
Yeah. Tracy's a good enough back. He's going to deserve touches.
Right.
And, Scat should be the main guy. But
right.
To be honest, just the way he runs scares the crap out of me. That's really the main reason he's the sell for me, is because it just feels like when he's going to get hurt, not if.
Yeah. Mike, what can you get for Scatterbo?
I mean, it's got to be probably a first and a high second. I feel like, yeah.
I think he's pretty expensive.
Which sucks. I kind of wish I would have bought more right before the season start when there was the big scare, and even Chad's like he's not even close to starting. But then Tracy injury, so injury always brings opportunity, and he's definitely made the most of it. He's been crushing.
Yeah. I bought a couple shares in that window.
That second range, is that what you paid?
Yeah, like where he's worth like a late second or contenders, quote unquote.
Well, one of them was in the listener league. I traded Golden, who I took in the high second, for Cam and Tracy.
I remember that, yeah.
But at the time, it was a Tracy trade, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So keep trade cut, take it for what it's worth. Has him above Reese Hall, Travion, Kenneth Walker, and Javonte.
Breece Hall, no. The other ones, I guess they could argue for right now, but I'd still take Travion. Like,
I would love to move Cam for Travion.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
I
would absolutely. Who's got Travion in the listener league? Well, yeah, in a heartbeat. I
mean, I could see a contender doing it too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
could absolutely see that.
It makes sense for a contender.
Yeah,
to be honest. Not saying do it, listeners, but
no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that.
I would not.
Honestly, guys, if I do that, trade for Travion immediately. If I trade away Travion, because that means his breakout's coming the next week.
We'll do that because I have enough shares that I need him to come and be something good for me.
All right.
All right. Is it my turn?
Oh, well, actually, let's talk about tearing up. Or, all right, let me ask you this. Do you think you can sell Scatterbo to a non-contender rebuilder for a high first?
A good manager, no, but we don't always play with good managers, so
a couple
it's
suckers.
possible. Yeah, it's definitely
possible.
possible.
I wouldn't do it. As a rebuilder, I'm not building running back first. I would put running back last.
No.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy. I was trying to trade for Bucky on a team that I've won 3 in a row on, and trying to just kind of re-up to a younger running back. And he's like, "Mom, starting my rebuild. I don't want to move Bucky." And I was like, okay. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Like
the first thing you should do.
Like get out on this guy while you can, because he needs to rebuild. And he's like one of the only young pieces he has. So I guess he thinks is his cornerstone. But very few if it's not Bijan or Gibbs, it's not a cornerstone piece. And you still really should move him for a receiver, in my opinion.
If you're starting a rebuild, you don't have a cornerstone piece.
Correct.
You will have your cornerstone piece in the future. Don't even worry about that now. Sell everything at peak value. Get the highest value assets you can. Sort it out later.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that's why I say you might be able to go to a contender or a non-contender and say, "Hey man, I just want your first. Here's Cam."
Yeah, right. I will say I might as a rebuilder, if I have a young stud quarterback, that might be the one piece.
Yeah, well, that's how you build contenders or build rebuilds, is with young quarterbacks and young receivers.
Right. Tight end, the late round tight ends.
All right. I got another spicy one here. I'm gonna do my first sell, and it's Jaden Daniels, and it's technically not Jaden Daniels this week. Like, let him get back to playing. So, while he's hurt, don't sell him. But he's sour warheads for me, and as a kid, it was one of my favorite. So, that goes with Daniels. But now that I'm older, it just hurts the roof of my mouth. So I'm ready to get out. He scares me again with how he plays. His value's dropped a little too much for me to be a panic sell currently. But if I could, I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. You'd probably have to, package a little bit and make it feel better. But if I can go to May, I would do this in a heartbeat. Now, like I said, I think you're going to have to package. I think you're going to have to entice him with a different player of some sort, kind of get another player back in a similar tier that you feel. But I think they're at that same tier currently. I would much rather have May. And I'm going to go ahead and go to one of my buys. I'm going to combine them because this is another trade for me. Jackson Dart and non-contenders first in a heartbeat. I would sell Daniels for that in a heartbeat.
I would not.
Jason,
there's not enough evidence to me that Dart is going to be an elite producer. It's just not enough time.
Yeah, well, we talked about this last week, so I don't want to dive heavy into that, but that's kind of...
Yeah, and Chad's not here, so we'll have plenty of time for Dart talk.
Jordan Love in a first is another name I would be happy with. Herbert and a piece that I like. Those kind of guys. Those kind of guys are the ones.
I would do it for Herbert and something. But so if I'm trading off of Daniels, I want another guy that I have a reasonable belief could be elite.
I mean, sure, that's the idea, but I'm talking about
feel that way.
tiering.
I don't feel that way about Dart or Love. Well, I'm saying could be elite. Aren't elite, but could be.
Well, Dart absolutely can. I
but
think Love can at this point in Dynasty mind.
Right. I just, I'm just not there with Dart yet.
And I would be thrilled to straight trade Daniels for Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Which I just did it last week.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I technically threw in a running back each way, but I had them the same.
Okay.
So yeah, I just did that while Daniels was hurt.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't want Daniels to just be healthy. I want him to be healthy and looking like Daniels and people to remember why.
Well, I'm worried you're not going to get that this year. That's kind of why he's in this sell for me. I don't think that team's good enough. No, I don't. I think they were aberration last year, and I'm really worried that we're not going to see that this year.
No, I disagree. It's as soon as he came back, he looked really good. He's got both of his guys are both back healthy. Debo and McLaurin. You just got to, and they're it's looking like he might play next week. We'll see. But even if it's the week after, once he's back in there, hopefully those guys stay healthy in that time frame. But yeah, I'm not worried about Daniels. He is that good, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think last year was an aberration.
I do not.
But it's why I have 0 shares now. I sold my last share. I think he's already reached his dynasty peak.
Mike?
Next one or Daniel's talk?
Yeah, I want you to settle the argument.
No, I don't. I'm nervous. I'm nervous too, because I think also too, like not just the injury stuff too, but the Cliff Kingsbury kind of figuring out the offense and not being. I just feel like we've seen it before. Where it's like 1 year is amazing, and then the next year, I don't know, it looks like burnt toast compared to what it was the year before. And it just, considering that Daniel's got more pieces there, it doesn't look better.
Yeah, but then none of those pieces have been together. It's all been hurt.
But it's better pieces. So,
but it hasn't been there. We haven't even seen it, so you can't judge it.
I don't. I don't know. I'm nervous.
I'll put
too.
it this
Like,
way.
I'm looking at
Last
some
year-
like I'm trying to get Knicks plus for Jane Daniels.
No way.
Yeah.
So last year, although I Knicks is very underrated in my opinion. Last year you would have paid on top of May to get to Nick. I mean, on top of May to get to Daniels. This year you'll pay on top of Daniels to get to May. What's it going to be next year? If you keep doing that with these two very similarly talented young quarterbacks, you're going to keep losing. So I just am keeping the guy I have and not trading a piece away to get to the hot player.
I mean, I don't know if I'd do it to get to May. To be honest, I'd rather try to get somebody up like a Mahomes or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
Mahomes. That I would do in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me that May is
Even
worth more than
Lamar.
Mahomes right now, then you should probably be trading Drake May for Mahomes as well. And if you can get a
I think
plus,
he absolutely is in Dynasty right now.
Yeah, I think you should do that. I mean, Mahomes is the QB1, correct?
Yeah.
And he's Patrick Mahomes, and he's
May's the
he's
QB2,
playing-
isn't that right?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
But Mahomes is playing pissed off. I'm not betting against that dude.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is absolutely a buy where you can get him, but it's getting harder and harder each week to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
All right. I
Mike.
think I'm up. Oh, I guess I'm not.
Sorry, it was going this way on my screen each time. That's why.
Okay.
No, you're good. All right. I'll do a sell for Jalen Waddle, and I compared him to a Kit Kat because the offense is broken. So I again, I'm very conflicted because he was a big buy for me this offseason. Add him in a couple leagues, and we've seen what he can do. But I don't know if it's gonna get better unless he's traded, right? Like there's rumor of that, so I feel like now might be the high point to be able to sell him for that. Love the player, don't love the offense, don't love the team obviously either. Hate Tua. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate anybody, but disappointing. Let's just say that with what we've seen. So it might be the time to get out from Waddle, I think. Because I don't know who's going to be there next year. If it's Tua, then I don't want it.
We haven't seen better play out of him, and neither has Tua because Tua can't see him, apparently.
What an insane statement.
Then wear some platform cleats or get your eyes done like Jameis. I don't know what to tell you.
I have to tell you guys, I've been trying to call my son. I texted him, I Instagram DM'd him. I even Snapchatted him, and nothing. I'm getting nothing back from him. He's cut me off. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I mean, I'm not going to disown him, but I can't take any responsibility for it.
No, you don't get out that easy, sir.
I'm not going to disown him. I mean, I still love him, but I think he might have joined a cult or something. I don't know what's going on.
Doing a live interview in the public and saying you couldn't see your receiver because you're short might be one of the craziest things I've ever heard a quarterback say in a live interview with the media, not a podcast, because like Brock Purdy talked about on a podcast that Kyle Shanahan was adamant that you're not going to be able to see your receivers all the time. So knowing coverages and schemes will allow you for that other 30% of the time you can't see the player to make the throw. That's a intelligent way to say you're too short to see your guys, because even Herbert and Peyton Manning's notorious for saying I couldn't see the guys I was throwing to half the time. I mean, he was 6'6".
He's tall.
So like
Yeah.
the height doesn't matter, but to say it the way he said it is one of the craziest things I might have ever heard in a live interview from a active starting quarterback.
What can you get for Waddle at this point?
Yeah, see, I don't think he's a sell because I don't think you can get a first.
Oh, really? I was going to say I don't think I'd take less than a first.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give you a first for Waddle. If I'm shopping my first around, Waddle's not the guy
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
on my list, really.
I mean, I think he's borderline a first. Like
I was going to say, I
think
mean,
he
where
should
can
be
you
at
get
that price
many wide receiver ones in an offense for a first? Then
Yeah, but I mean, he just
None of
went
them.
with one reception on as the wide receiver one. So like this isn't the time to do that.
Would
I
you
mean,
rather Waddle or
can
Zay Flowers?
blame it on the environment.
Waddle or Zay Flowers?
Waddle for me because I don't trust Zay any more than I trust Waddle, and I like Waddle better.
Much rather have Zay every day of the week, twice on Tuesday,
Sunday.
Perfect
house up for me, but I'll say Waddle to break the tie.
I mean, Zay is worth more than a first to me.
So Zay is currently below Waddle on keep trade cut.
That's insane.
I mean,
Absolutely insane. I mean, I understand people have forgotten that Zay is actually good because he hasn't had a quarterback in 3 or 4 weeks.
He also wasn't good the last 2 weeks. He had the quarterback was part of the problem too. I think that's right. I think he was good the first 2 weeks and wasn't good.
He was okay. It wasn't bad. It was
T. Higgins or Waddle.
T. Higgins in a heartbeat.
I think that's the price point for me.
Yeah,
right
that's
at that.
close. Yeah.
You guys are too high on Waddle.
I mean, I'm going off. I'm reading literally what Keep Trade Cut has it as. So, like, I'm just that's the names: T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Devonta Smith.
Okay, but I mean, it's Keep Trade Cut, so a grain of salt. Whether you
sure, of course,
you're not going to get those things for him. With what's going on, the vibes in Miami, nobody's trading for him.
That I agree with.
Maybe if they think they're stealing him for a couple seconds, then maybe.
Or they think he's going to be traded, which is what Mike brought up. I mean, that's kind of the hope in people's mind.
But I'm not trading my first on speculation either. You know, once he gets traded, maybe.
Well, he's going to be more expensive.
You could argue he's worth more than the first. And
I would argue that it's not a.
He goes to Buffalo.
It's not. What happened?
Well, that's
it's not a great.
That won't happen, but yeah.
And I mean, Amari Cooper went to Buffalo last year, and that was. Not
come
good.
on now.
I mean, I understand he was done, but
he was
tired before the season started.
Yeah, come on now.
There's not a great. There's not a great history of receivers producing after they get traded in season.
I do agree. That
is true. That is true.
Yeah, that's definitely a worry. As a Waddle manager, I am scared that he gets traded and doesn't produce. But heck, he's not producing now, so at least maybe he's got a chance if he goes somewhere else.
Yeah. As a non-Waddle manager, someone that does not have anywhere. Actually, I have him in one throwaway league, but I'm happy to keep it that way.
Yeah, we can tell by your discussion there.
The only thing I want in that entire offense is a chain.
Who?
A-Chain.
A-Chan.
A-Train.
All right, now it's your turn, Jesse.
Oh, all right. Let's go with a buy in Travis Hunter. I don't think it's too late.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that?
We just saw 100 yards and a touchdown. That's all anybody's wanted to see. Okay. He's led the team in targets the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's too late.
Is everybody caught up?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
now I guess it depends on what you're willing to pay, but it's too late.
You don't think people want to get out for a first?
No, absolutely not. After he just went for 100 and a tutty.
No.
Okay.
Is Brian Thomas to buy then?
I more wanted to just bring his name up. No, I don't want to talk Brian Thomas. We've done that too much. I wanted to talk Travis Hunter. Are you believing that in the breakout? Do you think this is going to continue?
I mean, they've shown he played 90% of snaps at receiver finally. Going into the bye, I would assume now's the time that they're going to put him as the wide receiver one in the offense, like actually show it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it looks like now's the time.
You're going to start putting him in your lineups?
Yeah, I actually started him. I have 2 shares. I had to start them both last week and it worked. So yes, he'll stay in my lineup now.
All right, cool. Right on. I compared him to $100,000 bar. So
that's about what it's worth. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds fancy. But the production you get out of it has been a little lacking. It's really just, like Rice Krispies and chocolate. It's really not anything special. So that's what we've gotten out of Travis Hunter so far. Going forward, it's a different story.
I made some argument because I'm not gonna lie, I'd be afraid to buy anyway. To be frank, because he got most of his stuff during garbage time. Like they were getting blown out by the Rams, so that also scares me too. Is like, I mean, I hope he's more involved and I hope he sees 90% again. But the fact that we've only seen it for one game, like
The touchdown was real. It was like a deep over or dig, whatever you want to call it, and like it was downfield, and he just toasted the defender. He got separation on him, made a nice catch, and sprinted, like flashed into the end zone. It was a real touchdown, against deep coverage.
Yeah, but it's still garbage time, so I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It does to me. Like defenses go soft when you're up 3-4 scores late in the second half.
Okay, but not in the way I described it. When you mean soft, does you mean they play back?
Yeah.
So they're trying to they were trying to defend that exact play and couldn't. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
They're trying to defend that exact thing corner that they did. And no, there was a safety right there. He split the defenders. It was really a nice play. I'm telling you.
One good play in 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
I'm going to send you a link to
Reception
Perception.
That's enough to buy.
You should listen.
I listened to Reception Perception.
Oh, then you should be way higher on Travis Hunter.
No, I know how high they have Travis Hunter. It's just I'm saying just because of one game late in a blowout, I don't know if I'm going to buy right now, especially with his price increasing.
Last 3 games, it's been building.
Pickens or Travis Hunter?
Hunter, not close. For me.
Mike?
I'll say Pickens.
I think
I was
Pickens too.
I was so high on Travis
Seattle
Hunter.
hit 5 points. Come on, you can't say 3 weeks it's been building. Like, sure, he's getting more snap shares, but he's not producing.
Well, that's what's building. He's a rookie.
Great, so he can get on the field. He just can't produce.
He just did.
Marvin Harrison Jr. or Hunter?
That's
Harrison.
Tough.
Yeah, Harrison.
That's tough. I probably have to take Harrison too.
It's not close for me.
But man, you guys know how high I was on Travis Hunter.
Yeah, you had him at 1. I had him at 2 in the class. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see him get there and the usage finally be what we wanted to see.
I mean, Tet still doesn't have 100 yards and a touchdown in a game, right?
Correct.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not.
No.
He's looked very, very good. He looks like a number 1.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, Hunter finally did it. That's what we wanted to see. I mean, he's electric. We knew that. He is the Justin Jefferson mold of a receiver.
And the more he learns, and the more confidence he gets, and the more they trust him, the more you'll see.
And with BTJ not being good, all it's doing is helping him.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't have Parker Washington be the main target share. And that's what he's been. Like, I think week 4, 5, and 6, he led the team in targets, which is not good. Can't do that.
They had him running go routes.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's not going to work.
Yeah. I like Parker Washington, but
yeah, I mean, he's a fine slot guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to spice it up one more time for my last sell. It's Justin Jefferson. And he is classic M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
Staple. You can always eat them. They're always good. But sometimes there's better candy. And I'm worried we're getting to that point that there might be better candy for the dynasty outlook of Justin Jefferson. The quarterback situation terrifies me. And yes, he's always produced with any quarterback he's ever had. And I think he will produce to a level of a wide receiver 1. But I got a feeling by the end of the year he could be at the bottom of that tier that we just spoke about, where you're looking at that top 6 or 7 guys. And if I can get pretty much any of those guys we just spoke about, and especially if I can get a little plus for the name, I'm looking to move. Now I'm only looking to move for those guys. I'm not looking to down multiple tiers and get. But I think we're getting to that cap of Justin Jefferson's value. And it's mainly because of his situation and Addison. I'll be honest, Addison's outscored him, I think 7 of the last 11 games they've played. So it's an interesting situation there that, I mean, Addison's a good enough receiver to demand targets as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a situation where if the other team has one lockdown corner, he's going to be on Jefferson.
Yeah,
like
as he
Quignon.
should. Yeah.
Quignon, Sauce, that kind of thing. They were both on, like, all on Jefferson. And yeah, it's tough. It's a tough way to make a living. They're going to have to figure out ways to get him, moved around and off that.
Yeah. So I want to make
Yeah.
sure I'm clear. Like, it's not the player. The player still is probably the best receiver in the league. But it's
if I
just
can get
for
a plus
Dynasty.
for one of those other guys, yeah,
Yeah, I think any of them, to be honest.
plus or plus, like Malik Neighbors in 2 seconds.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I think
what you
by like May or June of next year, when we're going into next season, I think they're all going to be basically the same. Like everybody's going to have a different top 6. And, where now I think most people still have JJ in the top 3, if not off a name value alone.
Yeah. There's certain guys in that tier, though, it's going to be hard for me. Let me ask you this. Would you use Jefferson to go after a quarterback?
And if I need one bad enough, I'm always down to do that.
So
Sure.
would you sacrifice having elite? But I don't think you're getting to an elite quarterback is what I'm saying.
Then no.
Like you're not getting Josh. You might get Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean
you might get Hurts. You might get Mahomes or Hurts actually. But I don't think you're getting the top who's after Josh at this point. Lamar.
So would you do Daniels? You were the highest of us on Daniels. Would you do JJ for Daniels?
No, I would want more.
JJ for Herbert.
I would rather have JJ, but I think that's the tier you're looking at.
I would rather have JJ as well.
But I think that is the tier you're looking at realistically.
Close. But you could, if you added something to JJ that I really liked, you could get the Daniels. If I had to, 2 other elite quarterbacks or 2 other quarterbacks I could trust and a third for bye weeks, then I would.
Yeah. So that's kind of what that was just my thought looking at the values currently. He just feels like he's kind of unfortunately on his way down if they don't figure out a quarterback situation.
Like if I had Mahomes, Daniels, Nix, and Stafford, I think Daniels would be the one out of that group that I would want to trade. If I could get Jefferson and plus, I would definitely do that.
Okay.
And I would roll because I trust Nix. I know I dogged him last year, Mike, but I'm starting to really trust him. He makes throws and like when they need him, he makes the plays. He's young and learning, whatever, but he's Sean Payton's guy, and he's going to be there, and he's putting up the numbers.
He's definitely going to be there.
I like him when they
it's just scary for 3 quarters almost every game this year.
When they finally get their heads out of their butts and upgrade over Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin, it's going to be a lot more fun to watch.
I don't think they're a big problem, though. I think they're helping him. The big thing with Nix this year is just his deep ball is not there right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's been very good outside.
Yeah,
of the fourth quarter.
He's missed a lot of deep balls.
Yeah,
but
and Franklin and Mims are fast. So,
but compare those guys to some of the other wide receiver 2s in the league.
I mean, it'd be
Waddle,
cool to upgrade
Devontae Smith
as a 2, sure. But
if you have somebody that can lift, if you have somebody that can lift his game, he's young and learning. And he's not the most accurate, but
he doesn't have great people in the intermediate part of the field either.
Yeah,
so, but
right.
Cool.
I got one more. I have Chase Brown as a buy, and I have him as a 0 bar.
I haven't had one of them forever.
Oh, they're so good. So that's what you're getting at him so far this year is pretty much 0. But it's so good. It's so good when you really get down to it. Like in the right situation, a 0 bar is delicious. It's white chocolate, and I really don't even know what's inside of it. It's some kind of hazelnut caramel nougat, something or other going on. It's delicious. And Chase Brown with Flacco or
Burrow.
When Burrow comes back is delicious.
Do you think you've missed the window of just a second?
Yeah.
Off of last week?
Yep.
I thought so.
Yeah, I just tried 2 seconds. couple places and couldn't get him. So it's a late
Ooh.
first.
That's a tough buy for me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I think he's a good second back. I'm very happy if I have Chase Brown as my second back. If the rest of my team, like, he is good. You know, he's not going to carry my team, but yeah, his receiving work is really what brings his value. And now that he has a quarterback that's going to drive the offense, I'm good with it. And I was hesitant earlier because I thought for some reason this was his last year on his deal, and it's not. He's got one more year in Cincy.
I didn't know that either.
This is his third year.
That's not bad.
So he's definitely got a fourth year there. And he was what, a fourth round pick? Third or fourth round pick.
Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah, so like his tender isn't going to be a lot. They'll probably bring him back on a medium-sized deal.
Yeah, you're right. He does have one more year. That does make him much more enticing.
Right?
That's not bad. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
You want him in Darlings, Jesse?
Yes.
I'll take I'll take pretty much any first.
I don't have one.
Dang it.
So how about 2 seconds?
I thought he was a late first.
And a third.
Maybe,
I haven't offered.
See.
Yeah, but still, I haven't acquired him, so I don't want to pay a late first. So not 100% sure that's his value.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if nobody will pay it, that's not actually his value.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
It's somewhere between 2 seconds and a first.
I'm patient in there. I'm patient.
Right on. Yeah, I need a piece. I lost Tyreek. All right, that's it for me. You guys got anything else?
No, I think Austin's dog said we're done. So I respect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
it.
I had one more. I just wanted to throw it out there. Aaron Rodgers is a sell because I saw him go for a first in the league. Yes.
Gross.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's going to be the norm or that's what he's worth, but if you can get anything for him, obviously he's going to be worth nothing next year. So
yeah,
get rid of him. I compared him to Laffy Taffy.
Banana Laffy Taffy is one of my favorite candies ever.
Yeah, I don't like banana candy, but that one is pretty good.
I like banana.
Yeah.
Of
course you do.
I melted some banana candy down and made a simple syrup out of it today. Put it into some icing, and it turned out delicious.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it turned out really good. All right, I guess that's it. Right? Is that all we got?
I have like four more, but we can call it. I just named a bunch of people. Yeah, that's fine. We can call it.
Okay, yeah, just throw them out there. We don't have to go through the whole
thing. Chris Olave, Hot Tamales, DK Metcalf, Twix, bye. And the last name I just wanted to bring up, I didn't have a candy, but I wanted to make sure I brought him up. Brashard Smith, running back for the Chiefs. I think he's going to get quite a bit of receiving usage this season. So if you can get him thrown in on a bigger deal as like that last piece, it's one of the guys I think will be usable flex more weeks than not going forward.
Interesting.
I had a buy for Josh Downs too. So, and I had him compared to Sour Patch Kids.
I like that. Good time to buy Josh Downs because he's been out.
Yeah.
I think that's. Oh, you know what? Let's circle back to candy corn real quick because we didn't actually have the candy corn discussion. I love candy corn.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
I don't love it. I don't love it, but I like it, especially the one with the chocolate end.
Oh, see, I don't like that one as much.
Oh, I like that one, and the pumpkins. I don't know why. It's like
it's
almost like the Reese's egg, where it's just like I almost don't care. I don't know. It's something about it that I'm just like, ooh,
so much of a good thing.
A big
the Reese eggs or pumpkins or whatever it is the best candy known to man.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's that much better than a Reese's, which is also amazing.
It just has more peanut butter, right?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like the peanut butter's softer too.
Huh.
I don't know, but it's the best candy ever.
I like those. I prefer a Cadbury egg.
You're old.
Big Cadbury cream egg.
I do like those too, actually. Those are my favorite when I was
too much chocolate.
Have you guys had the autumn flavored candy corns? There's like It's like apple pie and caramel, and they're so good. I thought they were going to be like weird and candle tasting, and not at all. I ate a whole bag. I couldn't put them down. They're delicious. If you see them, I think they're Brock's. Yeah, definitely pick those up.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
You guys watch anything good?
I've been watching Chad Powers, the video based off the Eli Manning clip. The first 4, it's only 6 episodes, which I thought was kind of weird. Last episode comes out next week. I watched the first 4 and I was like, man, this is amazing. And then I watched the 5th one and I was like, oh, this almost got a little too real and kind of depressing. So like, I'm curious where the 6th one's going to go. Cause I think it, like, the character is really funny. Like, who's the guy that plays him? Oh gosh, I can't think of his name now. From Top Gun Maverick. He wasn't the main guy, but Powell.
Those people.
Gosh, last name's Powell. I can't remember what his name is. Glenn Powell? Is that it? Maybe that's right. Yeah. So that was a good one. Also watched a show on Netflix called Boots, which was pretty entertaining. It's about a homosexual boy that goes to Marine Corps boot camp in the 1990s. And that one got a little more real too. It's pretty funny at the beginning, but then you're like, realize how the military was at the time about that thing. So it was, I don't know, maybe it's controversial. I don't know, but it was fun to watch just to kind of like re-experience some of those things. Obviously I didn't go through like boot camp, but similar kind of training. So it was like, yeah,
you didn't go through boot
camp? I remember
that.
No, you go through officer school and stuff like that. So it's a lot more.
Oh, officers get to skip boot camp?
Well, you do like the training I do at Knox over the summer for 30 days. That's what officers do. And then you do your basic course. It's more of a gentleman's thing because it's for officers.
It's tea and cookies.
No, it's definitely not. I almost died actually doing it.
Lord.
At one point, I had to go to the hospital, but it's not the screaming in the face like you see on a lot of the TV and boot camp kind of a thing. It's more of a, hey, like, do this kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they treat you like an adult.
Yeah, they treat you like an adult. So it's good.
That's nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Chad Powers thing I want to watch. It sucks. It sounds like it takes a Ted Lasso turn.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because you don't know if you want to root for him or what's going on. It got a little weird in the last episode. I was like, what? But it was a good twist. So I'm curious to see how it ends.
All right. I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah.
Austin, you got anything?
We've been watching a bunch of scary stuff. We watched Sinister and the Halloween movies and one of the Insidious movies. But I also watched Major Pain, which is one of my favorite
I love
movies.
that movie.
With Damon Wayans?
Yeah. I haven't seen it in so long. And
he in there, he ain't happy. That's like
after watching
one
of the we watched Sinister, I was like, I need to watch something funny. And I said I need to. So then I watched a war movie, which makes no sense. But to go to bed, I was like, all right, I have not decompressed enough. So I put on Major Pain, ended up watching the whole thing and stayed up till almost 4:00, which was a mistake. But yeah, I just love that movie. I haven't seen it, and it's probably been 10 years since I've seen it.
I love that movie. I would, gosh,
you can't quote any lines on here, but
yeah,
it's probably 25 years old, isn't it?
95.
Yeah, it's in the 90s.
So 30 years old.
30. Eesh.
It's hilarious.
I remember showing pieces of it to my cadets when I was teaching a couple of years ago, just for some of the great stuff because I knew they'd never seen it with this generation.
So good,
so good.
Well, I watched The Chair Company and highly recommend. This is another Tim Robinson. I brought him up a few weeks ago. I Think You Should Leave, The Detroiters. The movie I brought up that he was in with Paul Rudd was called Friendship. This is called The Chair Company, and he is just the king of awkward. He just makes things so uncomfortable and awkward in a kind of like an angry Napoleon Dynamite sort of way. Like he's just always so frustrated and mad, and things just spiral on him. And I don't want to go through the plot because it's new and it's still coming out, So I want to give people a chance to watch it, especially you guys. I absolutely highly recommend this.
Okay.
So good. And I don't know what direction it's going to go. It's wide open. It could go in a million directions, but one thing I know is that dude is funny. So anything you can watch from Tim Robinson, but yeah, the Chair Company. Oh, and there's also a good, not documentary, but live action on the Murdochs. You know, that South Carolina crazy lawyer family. Patricia Arquette's in it. And the guy that they got to play Murdoch is really good. He looks just like him, and he's a really good actor. It's intense so far. And the guy that they got to play the kid looks like Michael Cera. It looks like he could be Michael Cera's son, but he's really good too. I'd strongly recommend that as well.
All right.
All right, guys. Anything else?
So
That's it. I'm good.
All right. This has
Perfect.
been Front Office.
Powered by Riverside.
Join the Discord. It's free. Catch us on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you subscribe. I cut that last.